sports. From his end zone is K.J. Hill. On first down, it's Herbert. Throw left side, take it in by McKinney. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? That they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
On first and 10, Herbert. And that is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Carr now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's second and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now it's Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And the Chargers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And some room to work. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And as we check the next-gen stats, he certainly earned his yardage there as he wound up running better than 90 yards that time. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
2nd and 10.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Shotgun now for Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
Good call there on 1st down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years of not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force the 3rd down.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Raiders, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. They find some open field here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Charger 1st. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball.
Touchdown! A great play there. his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Chargers 14, Raiders nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, and then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Again, he finds an opening. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Chargers 14, Raiders 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From his end zone is K.J. Hill. And this will not be a good return. He's out of bounds at the 12. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
He's got a man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 36 yards on the play.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Max Crosby in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Justin Herbert looking to pass. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Now Herbert with it looking to pass. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Eckler, they run left side. Now room for Eckler, and some room to maneuver. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
Now the try here for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Chargers 21, Raiders 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
6-18.
Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing now is Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Let's go. 53's the Mike. Hey, 734. Watch the pass. 53's the Mike.
Here's Carr.
Switch up.
Eluding the pressure right. And he will find his man Ruggs. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Las Vegas, first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
To throw, it's Carr. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. From his end zone is K.J. Hill. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Well, indeed, try to run it out as they start on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Second down, Jacobs once more. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
From the gun, it's Carr. The open man here, Renfro. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy. He came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's A.J. Cole now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Charger drive about to get going. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Now a give running left is Eckler. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 174 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
But listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area and he just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run right here with Jacobs. About 3 yards there to the 27. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
Josh Jacobs, the ball carrier.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. First down Raiders, Carr to Waller. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Here's Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. From his end zone is K.J. Hill. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards remain for second down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From the 30 on second down, Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now it's Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. To throw again on second down, Herbert. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. For Kelly, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
We'll drive some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he's got some space here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down.
First down, Chargers.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On the ground, it's Eckler. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now a second down and 6. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go.
Yeah, I was just thinking take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. Now flags come in before the kick. Clearly there was contact. Who was at fault? So it was the defense that jumped, and that'll move them 5 yards closer.
Wonder how they did it. What if they twitched a little bit up front, a little subtle head movement that the officials didn't detect, but they got it done. Now they're 5 yards closer for their field goal attempt.
Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And he'll go out of bounds all the way down inside the 35.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Carlson for the Raider field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And now they're not going to get the kick off in time. And that will make this a more difficult prospect. That's going to set them back 5 yards. One final try now for Carr. Completes this out left to Ruggs. And he's in for the game-winning score with no time left on the clock.
Brandon, you know I love boxing, right? You know I love big fights, right? I had given them the standing 8 count a few times along the way. And look at how this one ended.
Yeah, they had, well, I guess lost 9 lives just like a cat, kept fighting, and there in the end making the huge play to get the game winner.
I guess that's the epitome of you always have a puncher's chance.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation.